Hello, my loves. I am Mystic Goddess with your general reading. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign. So let's tap in and see what's coming through for you. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading when it comes to love. Give me the truth, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading when it comes to love. Wow, you already have cards coming out. 2 more shuffles. All right, so let's see what comes out here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, you have clingy. So there's someone who's holding on to you really tightly. It's giving energy of this person putting you through a continuous cycle. They've made some bad decisions that they're ashamed of. And it's also giving energy of this person feeling as though you've given up on them. That's been coming out a lot in the readings. They're still clinging to the possibility that the two of you will be able to make things work. But I feel like you have to dim your light in order to connect with this person. And that's not okay. At the top of the deck, you have legal. So someone wants to come in and make things right with you after causing trouble or after some type of conflict. Now, also keep in mind that this person could have a criminal background or they could end up in trouble with the law. Okay. I want to say that came out in the last reading as well. You have apology here. So there's something that blew up in this person's face. And at one point, they may have been in their ego about it. They could come in with an apology, but you're going to feel as though it's insincere or the apology is not going to match the disrespect. Now, keep in mind, when this person comes in, they are still clinging to their old ways. So it's giving energy of someone coming toward you, even though they haven't changed. Give me another card. This is kind of give laugh now, cry later type of vibes. Someone did something out of arrogance. They did something that was rash. And it didn't work out in their favor. All right. You have trapped. And you also have blocked. And that card came out in reverse. So someone wants to block you from moving on. They don't want to see you with anyone else. But it's also giving energy of this person being distant from you at some point in time because they felt like you wouldn't have much to say to them. Now, if there hasn't been much communication between the two of you, or if it's been inconsistent, I see this person reaching out of nowhere. But just keep in mind that when they come in with whatever offer they're coming with, it could be a trap or it's something that doesn't really benefit you. Some of you could feel like this person did something that's hard to forgive. They're also hoping that you don't have any other options. They're hoping that you're just as stuck on them as they are stuck on you. Give me another card. Yeah, this is someone who tried to take karma into their own hands and it blew up in their face. They may have done it as a thrill, or there was a bad decision that they made when they knew that they were wrong. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit. Thank you. All right. You have vacay. So someone's worried about you getting away. All right. When they do come toward you, they're going to make it seem as though they just want to have fun. They just want the two of you to relax. But if you were to entertain them, you're going to feel as though they all of a sudden start to send you mixed signals. Make sure that you do not play into this person's games. You have sipping that came out. So there are some rumors surrounding this person or some type of gossip. Now, for others of you, when this person comes in, they're going to be nosy. Their intention is to find out what you've been up to since you've been away or since you've been distant. They don't want to deal with the consequences of their actions. Some of you have definitely restricted access when it comes to this person. It's like you're no longer following through when it comes to them. You may not be putting in much effort. Some of you have decided to detach altogether. Give me another card. So this person is going to go from not calling you much to calling you excessively or texting you excessively. Also, if you caught this person up in any way, or if they did something when they knew that they were wrong, they may have been avoiding you out of guilt. It's like they know that they cannot excuse their behavior. You know, sometimes when people do you wrong, they'll avoid you. Yep, they will avoid you. All right, you have feminine energy here. So someone is missing your gentleness, the nurturing energy that you would give to them. You have a motherly or fatherly energy about you. And so I feel like you provided this person with a safe space. With the harmony card being at the bottom of the deck, it lets me know that this person wants to come in to try and balance things out. When they come toward you, they're going to try to influence you to have good vibes only when it comes to the connection. Regardless of what they've done wrong in the past, they're going to want you to focus on the present. Yeah, they're missing the peace and the happiness that you once brought into their life. So I see this person coming in with some wishful thinking. But like I said, I see it being a trap. This is someone who's stuck in a vicious cycle. Look at this card. It looks like this person is in a dryer or a washing machine. So just think about it like that. How a wash cycle is, or a dry cycle, how it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. That's what this is. Someone that's trying to keep you from moving on. They're trying to make sure that you don't have the space to entertain any other options, even though they have done things that are hard to forgive. They feel as though they can win you over by being clingy. Give me another card. All right. You have family, and that card came out crossing. So this person could be going through some family issues. There's a family member in particular that they feel like they need to cut ties with. I see them standing up for themselves when it comes to that particular family member, and it has something to do with them stabbing this person in their back. Whoever the family member is, they're two-faced. Okay? They come off as though they mean well, but in reality, they really don't. That same family member may have influenced this person to cut ties with you. It's coming out like they didn't want to see the two of you together. This particular family member has a really strong influence when it comes to this person. And so it's long overdue for them to stand up for themselves. It's almost like the family member thinks for them or makes decisions for them. You have boundaries here. Ooh. So they're setting boundaries with that family member. I feel like the family member may have disrespected this person, or they crossed some type of line. Now, it's also going to be important for you to have boundaries when this person comes in. Okay, like I said before, they may have done something toward you that you deemed as disrespectful. They want to come in and apologize quietly when the disrespect may have been public or when it was over the top. So make sure that you defend your boundaries. I feel like if you were to mention whatever they did to you, or if you were to call this person out on their crap, they're going to make it seem as though you're being negative. You can still be in good vibes and call people out on their crap. So don't allow them to gaslight you. Give me another card. So someone that you have cut ties with, or someone that you've at least thought about freeing yourself from, is going to be coming toward you. Someone that you nurtured, someone that you handled in a gentle manner. All right, you have masked, psychopath, wow, burned bridges, oop, and running. They did too much. This is someone who did way too much. I feel like they did something disloyal. They did something that caused you to no longer trust them, and they ran. They distanced themselves from it. This person could have turned their back on you when you needed them the most. They could have even done something disloyal and had the audacity to turn their back on you like you did something wrong. This is a really conniving individual. And see, the crazy thing is, I feel like they live a double life. For some of you, they come off one way in public or when they're around certain people, when in reality, they're a completely different way. They are really good at hiding their psychotic behavior. And I'm not a therapist. I am not diagnosing, but I see it, so I'm going to say it. This is someone who's way too unpredictable, and not in a good way. For some of you, this person is in denial when it comes to certain things that they've done. I feel like, this is going to sound so crazy, but I see it, so I'm going to say it. I feel like this person doesn't even know who they are because they wear so many masks. Like they put on a facade for so long, and they portray so many different mindsets to the point where they've concealed their true self for so long, they don't even know who they truly are anymore. But they've definitely done something where they burned a bridge, and they may feel some type of way about it, but they handed you the matches. And they think that they can escape this. They think that they can just sweep it under the rug. And for some of you, if you were to call them out on it, I'm telling you now, if you were to bring it back up, they're going to make it seem as though you're the one that's crazy. Like it didn't happen the way that you're saying that it happened. Or like, you're weird. They could make excuses for it. It's like they're trying to escape whatever they've done. So it's going to be important for you to focus on recharging, okay? Clear your head, let go of what doesn't serve you. Some of you would benefit from breathing exercises, just pausing and taking a slow, deep breath. You have Archangel Michael here as well. So you are being protected. Okay, you are definitely being protected. There's something about this person's energy that is wild. It's really wild. And it does not resonate with the path that you're on. Your spiritual team and Archangel Michael are working to prevent harm from coming your way. So regardless of what happens between the two of you, or regardless of what has happened, you should know that you are protected. Okay? You are protected. But you have to make sure that you do your part here in the 3D as well, because we have free will. So just make sure that your choices align with the life that you're wanting for yourself. At the top of the deck, you have lust. So this person wants to be in your life by any means necessary. They're selfish. They're inconsiderate. They're greedy. At this point, it's not even about, it is about you, but it's more about them. There's something that you provide. There's something that you give in adequacy. And this person is wanting more of it. Very inconsiderate individual. It's like, this is not even, it's not even a battle of the flesh. This has to do with like a battle in the spirit. So make sure that you don't fall for temptation when this person comes in. Give me another card. They've also convinced themselves that you're in denial when it comes to them. Even if you don't want this person and you have made it clear that you don't want them, they've still convinced themselves that you actually really do want them and that you're just in denial. You're playing hard to get. All right, you have masculine energy here and it came out in reverse. Now, this energy came out on top of Archangel Michael as well as lust. This is someone who is completely undisciplined. Okay, they give into temptation very easily. They have very little willpower when it comes to the flesh. All right, they want to be in a position of authority, but they don't know how to lead. Whether it's a male or a female, they don't know how to lead. This is an imbalanced individual. Now, for some of you, it could be a twin flame because we do have the masculine Emperor energy here, and we have the feminine Empress energy here. Now, the feminine energy is upright, but the masculine energy is in reverse. So it lets me know that this is someone who's completely off path. Oh, this is going to be very specific, but please don't force it to fit. For some of you, there is a mother or a father figure that they learned this type of behavior from. Okay, now it doesn't excuse it, but I do feel like this behavior is learned. It sounds like you guys were involved with a narcissist. They may not have had anyone to mentor them, to stay on the right path or to get going in the right direction. At the top of the deck, you have hopeful, and you also have daydreaming. So I feel like many of you are hopeful about your future. You're inspired to do better. You're trying your best to remain in optimistic energy. Many of you are focused on your success. All right. This person is also trying their best to be optimistic about their future. They do want to make something of themselves, but they're not doing anything about it. And even if they do, they don't keep that energy going. It's really inconsistent. So it's giving energy of this person walking around with their head in the clouds, being delusional, wanting their hopes and dreams to be fulfilled, but not really doing much about it. For some of you, the only thing this person has to offer you is their private area. Give me another card. I know many of you are turned off by this person because this energy of this reading is like, yuck. Like it's really nasty. It's kind of disgusting. All right. You have tension here. So this person is stressed out. For some of you, they could be experiencing migraines or headaches. They're really worried. Okay. And if you notice, this tension card fell out on top of masculine energy. So they're worried that they don't have authority over you or power over you. I do feel like even though they're an undisciplined type of energy, even though they're lacking willpower, it bothers them. They want to do better, but it's almost like they don't know how. I feel like this is someone who's used to things being handed to them, or they're used to doing things the easy way. It's like they don't want to put in the work. And then they're bitter or salty. They're feeling away. They're angry because they feel like other people are the cause of their current situation. So they're in salty energy. Okay. I do feel like this person has been suffering in silence. Even though they may seem as though they're happy or joyful, even though they seem as though they're healing and moving forward, in reality, there are a lot of unspoken desires behind the scenes. They feel as though their dream with you has been broken, okay? And they're on an emotional roller coaster as of now. There's a lot of fear-based energy surrounding this person. They have to learn to stop blaming other people for what's going on with them currently. They feel as though others are the reason behind their missed opportunities. At the top of the deck, you have chaos. See, they think that others are the reason behind their downfall, when in reality, they have caused their own upheaval in their life. That is crazy. They feel like their life has been going downhill. So that may be why you are being protected from this person. You don't want to be a part of that upheaval. You don't want to attach yourself to the disaster. You don't want to be a part of this person's downfall or fall down with them. And I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. The only thing this person can bring is chaotic behavior. Give me another card. They need to change their inner circle. Or this is someone who they may need to cut ties with specific family members. They got to learn how to love people from a distance. So far, the only card that has come out crossing is the family card. So there is something directly linked to this person's family. Could be a generational curse, something along those lines. But they need to stand up for themselves and they need to awaken. I feel like they're aware. They know they need to cut some ties, but they're not doing anything about it. For some of you, I feel like someone has emasculated this person in some way. Even if they're a female, I feel like someone has dimmed their light, or there may be certain things that have happened to this person that cause them to no longer operate with gentle energy. Could have had a chaotic upbringing, but I just feel like it's no excuse because they can play their own cards now. And of course, it's easier said than done, but why stay stuck? So you mean to tell me certain things that happen in childhood, when it comes to certain family members, okay? How can I put this? Because I'm trying to put it in a way where I don't offend anyone. Everyone has gone through things in their childhood, okay? In your childhood, you have to deal with certain things because you cannot pick your family. You have to deal with certain things. You got to go with the flow. You got to roll with the punches. But as an adult, in most cases, you are able to play your own cards. All right? You don't have to stay in a continuous cycle. You don't have to choose to be a product of your environment. No one is saying that this person can change overnight. But what I am saying is, why not do better? For one, they need to learn to forgive, to liberate themselves. And for two, they need to be confident in their own potential. I just feel like they're used to people feeding them with a spoon. This is a spoon-fed individual. I feel like they've been coddled. They've either been coddled, or this is someone where people could have been too hard on them, but you don't have to remain around those people. They choose to. All I'm saying is there comes a point in time when you have to take accountability, and you cannot keep playing your cards based off of something that happened when you were 10 or when you were a teenager. Now, I know that there are gray areas with this. I'm fully aware of that. Fully aware. And I'm not saying that they should just forget about things that have happened to them, but they cling on to everything. It's like they are a sponge. They absorb everything and they hold on to it. So just think about a sponge that has never been wrung out or wringed out, however you say it. Just think about that. All of the water, all of the bacteria in that sponge, all of the nastiness. And it's not that I don't sympathize with this person, but it's kind of hard to keep sympathizing with someone who refuses to make any changes. I mean, just be a decent individual. That's all. You can start there. Acknowledge that there's a problem. First and foremost, I feel like they don't even want to acknowledge that, but they will acknowledge that other people have messed up their life. But they don't want to take any accountability for the addictions. They don't want to take any accountability for their bad decisions. They don't want to take any accountability for sitting there instead of following their dreams. They can make bad decisions, but they hesitate when it comes to making up their mind regarding possibilities. There's more to life. They need to understand that there's more to life. They need to believe in themselves. And this person has a huge issue when it comes to that. But see, I don't feel as though it's your place to save them. That's why the Archangel Michael card is here. This is someone who needs to hit some knee prayers. Give me one more card. I don't want them putting you guys on the wrong path. I know that might sound a little harsh, but I do not want this person steering you in the wrong direction. You have worked too hard to either get on that narrow path or to stay there. You have worked way too hard, and I don't want this person turning you around. I don't want them damaging you. All right, you have antisocial here. The card wanted to come out crossing. So this is someone who's in their feelings. If they've been giving you the silent treatment, like I said before, I do see that turning around. I feel like this person feels left out. They look at life as though everyone else is accomplishing certain things. Everyone else is accomplishing their hopes and dreams. Everyone else feels inspired. Everyone else is optimistic about their future. They feel left out. But see, the problem is they need to do some self-reflecting. But instead of doing that, they would rather put themselves in isolation and lick their self-inflicted wounds. I'm sorry, I just cannot. I can't condone it. I can't condone it. All you have to do is choose differently. And I know that it's easier said than done, but at least start. Even if they renege, even if they fail, keep going. It's like this person they just sat down and stopped trying. They have to understand that it's more to life. They're here for a reason. They have a purpose. They need some help. They really do. There is so much bitter energy surrounding this person. They have hopes and dreams. There are certain things that they want to accomplish, but when it comes to putting in or getting in that masculine energy to get it done, that's where they flop. That's where they draw the line. And we all have feminine and masculine energy. But when it comes to them, when it's time for them to take authority over their own life and their own decisions, when it comes to them to be disciplined, when it comes time for them to make things happen, they flop. Now, if it's someone else making things happen, they're on board. But I feel like a lot of that has to do with them not wanting to take accountability for their own life. If they are spoon-fed, they can blame the person feeding them. Okay? They can blame other people for where they end up. But they know that they can only blame themselves if they take authority over their life. And I feel like that's why they're refusing to do so. They want everything to be made easy. I'm going to get off before I start preaching. But they got to do better. And I do not want this person leading you down the wrong path. You've worked too hard. You've done too much. So make sure that you stand on business. Know when to draw the line. Your boundaries protect you. A lot of you think your boundaries are for them. No, your boundaries are for you. They protect you. They protect you from individuals like this who will keep you stuck in old ways that don't serve you. All right. And so that is the reading. Everyone, if you guys resonated with this or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time, bye.